Hi traders, and welcome to the weekly market outlook. I'm your host Paul. Today is Sunday, August 27th. In this video I'm going to combine the stock market indexes along with the Forex pairs. So let's start. Alright, looking at the upcoming economic calendar. Quite a few data points coming out this week. Monday you got Dallas Fed manufacturing. Tuesday you've got the Schiller home price and JOLTS job openings and CB consumer confidence. So quite a busy day on Tuesday. Wednesday, you got ADP employment changes, you got the GDP price and growth rates, and you got wholesale and retail inventories. Thursday, core PC price index plus personal income and spending. And on Friday you got non-farm payroll, so that'll probably be the biggest one in the week, but quite a few data points. Oh, you also have ISM manufacturing, so that'll be a big one. But when I look at a lot of these data points, they're actually the forecast is pretty much in line with previous. The biggest one, the non-farm payrolls, is kind of a decrease from the previous month, but all the others are pretty much in line with previous months. So I don't think there's going to be any big shocks or any big data points coming out that's really going to move the market a whole lot. All right, let's move on to the chart. All right, going to start with the S&P. This is the futures contract, and I see this whole move down. It's just a big 1, 2, 3 move. And then we had this 3-wave move up. And so far, coming down, I see 3 waves. 1, 2, 3, and then a big strong rally on Friday. So price is right in the middle of these two ranges, and so it's really hard until one of these two levels breaks, the 43.50 or the 44.85, to make really any kind of a forecast, because if it comes in and breaks this low first, then we could be in the midst of a leading diagonal. So 3 waves to here for 1, that's 3 waves for 2, and then they'll be coming down, for a 3, 4, and a 5. But that's not what I'm expecting, actually. I think what's going to happen is this is just going to be 3 waves. This is going to be A. This 3 waves was A. Here's 3 waves down for B. I think they're going to come up, break this for the C wave. That's going to be a 1, 2, 3. Still going to have one more down, break that low before they resume back up to break the yearly high. And the reason I see that, so if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go way out, actually. I'm going to go to the continuous contract, go out to maybe go out to the daily. So all last year, I see that as a big ABC move down. And this, I think, was just a big running flat over here. And then we had this big ending diagonal. And so, after this big move up that we've had since like 2009, I don't feel that ABC is all the correction, but I also don't feel like this up move is done yet. So, when you look at this ABC, this C broke A, but like on RSI and MACD, you had divergence. So that kind of signaled the end of that correction. But with this very strong rally since May, there's obviously not going to be any divergence in MACD or RSI. So to me, this is a 3-wave move, but I think that's just going to be the A. So like you had this big A wave that took a long time to get way down there. I think this is just A, and now we're in the midst of creating a B wave, and then one more up, break that top. And then at that point, then we'll have to see the reaction when they break that 46.35, because then that could be an ABC, and then potential to come back down before they go up to break the high. But obviously, when they break that 46.34, it's going to be getting really close to 4,800. So that it could be, this could end up being like a big running flat if they do come up and break it, like ABC, come back down and then go up. But we'll have to wait and see first. First, let's just focus on this. I think this is just going to be a B wave for one, at least one more up to break that high, and then we'll have to see. So going back onto the chart, yeah, I still see coming up and breaking 44.85 as the likely scenario. And so far it's looking pretty impulsive, and it looks to me like there's like a little running flat in here, and so this could be creating an impulse. So come up, create your impulse, correction, and then keep on going. So we'll see what the market does, or they could be creating an ending diagonal. So it's got to be either an impulse or an ending diagonal here. But I think we got the A in and the B in, and now they're going to come up for the C wave. All right, and Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq, it's kind of a similar structure, but it could also be making a leading diagonal. I got it labeled as an ABC for right now, but I got 3 waves for the A and 3 there. This looks really impulsive. That's why I got it labeled as a C, but there could be like a running flat in here. So it could be a 3-wave move, because we got 3 waves up to here, and then just like the S&P, we got a 3-wave move down. So, and the price is right in the middle here too. So if it does come and break this low, then I think this whole thing will be 1, 2, 3, that was 4, and then they'll be coming down for 5. And and then that whole thing will correct. I think this will all would be A, get a big B wave up, down for C before resuming up. But just like the S&P, I think this is just an ABC, and then this is A, B. They'll come back up for C, break that high of like 15,410, can stop somewhere up in this range after they break it. Come back down for the C wave. So then that ABC will be A. This will be 3 waves for B. Come down for a C before heading back up. So I'm expecting more up on the Nasdaq. And the Russell. All right, so the Russell, I got this whole move down, what they finished on Friday. I think this is all a leading diagonal, because it looks to me like there's just a whole bunch of 3-wave moves. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 3 waves into that zone, and then they finished with a 1, 2, and 3. So to me, that looks like a leading diagonal, and that would make sense then, because now I expect a correction at least up into 1875, if not even more, probably more like the low 1900s before falling, and then that would line up exactly how I see the S&P and Nasdaq, both having more up before they come back down. So that makes a lot of sense to me. So I see more up for the Russell before it falls off again. All right, let's move on to Forex pairs. All right, the dollar. So the dollar just continues to grind up, and I still see this as just a big running flat here, but it's going to end in an ending diagonal. So I still see this as 1 and 2, but now this little stuff has changed the count. I thought 3 was in and they were creating the 4 and going up for the 5, but I think this move up to here was a leading diagonal. Had this running flat here. So 1, 2. And now I don't think the 3 is done yet because I only see 3 waves. And after this running flat we need 5. So I think there's a small little ending diagonal here coming up. Finish off 3. So at least one more time break that high that they said, 104.44. Break that one more time, and then I think that'll be 3. A little bit bigger correction down for 4, and then still one more up for 5, and then that'll end what I think is this big triangle here, and then be a big sell-off, not straight line, but sell-off to come out and take that 99.57 out. So got to finish 3, 4, and 5 before selling off. So I'd only be looking to sell the dollar, because I mean that 4 wave will be it might be big enough that you can do a short-term trade, but the safer play would just let this whole thing finish the 5 waves before the big drop happens. Euro. All right, so the euro I think is making a really big leading diagonal, and I don't know that it's done, because it looks, I only see it ending here in a 3 wave, and I think there's got to be one more drop coming, but I wouldn't be selling from right here. I think there's going to be a bigger correction coming up into at least 108.80, 108.88. Maybe, could go much higher, but at least up into this zone, 88 to, what was that, 1096. Bigger 3 wave correction at least. Still one more drop before the euro goes back up to take out its high. So, if it does break this 107.65, that's a good place to start looking for a buy setup, at least for a short term little 3 wave correction up. Because like I said, I still would, if this is a leading diagonal, that'll be A, get some kind of correction for B, and then down for C. But that B wave will definitely be a buyable place. All right, pound. All right, the pound is coming down in a little different format. It looks to me like this is 1, 2, 3, and then you got 3 there. Then you got 3, and then you got another 3. And it looks like this is like some kind of a diagonal. So like I think this has got one more down before you get another 3 wave correction. But then I still would see, so I think like they're creating like some kind of a leading diagonal too. It's just a little bit kind of more sideways. But after that 3 wave correction, and it could come way up, but after that 3 wave correction, I still think this whole move down would be like an A, B, and then you got to be careful. You might get a C wave and still one more up. So we'll take a look and see this type of B wave here and what they're doing. CAD. Yeah, the CAD came up into that zone, but I don't think it's done yet, because I really only see 3 waves here, and after this running flat we need 5. So I think this is probably going to also be an ending diagonal, so I'll get a 3 wave correction. So maybe that was like 1 of 5, and that'll be 2, and then 3, 4, and then a 5. So I think it's going to be real choppy, kind of like this whole move going up, just small corrections up, small corrections down, just to finish this whole thing off. And then this whole move then is going to need, a much bigger correction before it goes back up. So, I wouldn't I wouldn't be looking for buy setups here. I mean, if you're a real short-term trader, maybe, but I think the bigger correction is the way to go. And the yen to me looks like it's in a place now for a big reversal, because I see this has a big running flat, and then this was an ending diagonal, and it looks to me like it's in a position where we could have 5 waves. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here was 1, 2. It actually looks like it's got a little bit more up because I only see 3 waves, and for this fifth, this is like the A, B, and this would be the C wave of the fifth wave. So it needs 5 waves. So it should come up and break, but I wouldn't I wouldn't be buying up here. I think there's going to be at least a much bigger correction if it is going to go up. I don't think it's going to go up, but there'll be at least a big correction downwards. That's the better play, even if it does go up. But I think it's in a position where, if we zoom back out, after this pretty much straight down, we need a correction. So I think this is A, B, ending diagonal C, and now the dollar against the yen is going to roll over and come back down and break that low. Then that'll just all be a big ABC, and then it'll go back up. But so that's why I don't think buying up at this level. You would have to wait for a bigger correction here to happen, because I guess it could, I think this is an ABC, but I guess it could be like 1, 2, and then, no, this is an ending diagonal. So no, I see this as ABC. So I'd only be looking for sell setups, but I do think that it has a little bit more up to go, but not anything worth buying. Only be looking for sell setups. All right, that's what I see on all those pairs and the stock indices. All right, hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Good luck. See you in the next video.